Good morning, grade ones. I hope that you are all doing very fine and that you're continuing to enjoy your remote lessons. Now it is time for ICT again. In today's lesson, we're going to continue talking to our B-board. Remember, last week we learned the special language that we used to talk to Mr. Beaver. And what did we call that language? We called that language codes. The Beaver only understands codes. It does not understand the words we speak, and it does not understand the way we write. So today, we're going to look at a different mark. We're still going to give the Beebot instructions and we're going to write the codes for those instructions. But we're going to use a different mark. So let's go to our Mr. Beebot and see what we're going to do. So let us go and look at what we're going to do with Mr. Beebot. Now, as Ms. Borja said, today Mr. Beebot is not moving on the alphabet march. When we open the Beebot program, you can see Mr. Beebot is on his alphabet march. Mr. Beebot seems to love his alphabets. But today he's not walking on his alphabets and he's not moving around in his little town. Remember last week he moved around in his little town. Today he's going to move in a little village called Old West. So how do we go to Old West? You go and click, select your mart, and you go to Old West Mart. And there we are. That is Mr. Beebot's little village. Now, this village does not have as many buildings and roads as our little town for last week. And it's a beautiful little village. So Mr. Beebot needs to go to certain locations in this village. So let us look at what the task for today is. So in your Google Classroom, you're going to find a worksheet like this. And that worksheet is called Grade 1 Coding, Activity 4. Now the worksheet starts with a map of the little town. And on my map, you can see some arrows. Now, Ms. Board has put these arrows to help you figure out how to move. If you're struggling, if you find it a little difficult, Ms. Board has put the red and blue arrows to help you. But if you think you're good at it, you're free to look for your own routes. I will be very happy if you use your own routes. Now, below the picture, we have a table. So Ms. Board wants you to instruct the Beebot to move to the locations shown and write down the code for your instruction in the table below. There are arrows to help you, but you're free to find your own routes, as Ms. Board has already said. Now, today Ms. Board has put the location in pictures, so that you don't have to read. Sometimes it's very hard to read. Ms. Board sometimes gets tired reading. So today we've put pictures, and pictures show you the locations. So your job is to go look for the locations on the map and ask Mr. Beebot to go to those locations using the special language called codes. So I'm going to go to a bigger picture so that you can see how the arrows have been placed. So, one of the locations the Beebot is going to go to is the horse shed. Can you see that? The horse shed. And the Beebot will always start from number 5. So you have to move the Beebot all that way to the horse shed. If you want the beaver to come to the horse rider here, he looks like a red Indian. You use the blue arrows. But remember, Miss Borja said, you do not have to use my arrows. You can find your own routes. Some of you may want the beaver to come through the hotel, cross the bridge, and then go to the horse shed. It is up to you. It is your choice. Let us look at how you're going to work on this task. So we will go to our Beebot software and change our map to Old West, which is the little village. And then we're going to use the arrows to move the Beebot. Now we must be very good at it. Now Ms. Bora is going to demonstrate one task. Now, we're going to move the Beebot from his home in number 5. He's staying in this hotel at the moment. So he's going to move from the car park of the hotel and then move to the horse shed. Let's see, how do we do that? We tell the Beebot to move forward 1 step. And as we instruct the Beebot, you need to look at the orange part. Look. It writes arrows. Those arrows are for the Beebot to read and know what you want it to do. So forward 1, that will bring it here. Then he needs to turn right. So we go click right and we turn only once. Now once he has turned, he needs to move 1, 2, 3 steps to the horse. So we will go forward 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have written our codes. Now these are the codes. The arrows are the codes that the Beebot understands. Now let's see if Mr. Beebot will follow our instructions. Excellent, he did, and he went to the horse. Now, once you have tried and you have confirmed that Mr. Beebot is doing what you've told it, you go and copy these codes here. Can you see these codes? You go to your worksheet and in the table, you are going to go and write them here like you did last time. If you have a writing tool on your computer, you can use the writing tool. If you don't have a writing tool, you can print the worksheet and write your codes, then take a picture of your worksheet and send in Google Classroom. But if you don't, you can't print. Take a plain paper and just write the location and the code. So you have 4 short tasks to work on today. I want you to enjoy playing around with Mr. Beebot and learning your codes. Today is the last lesson with Mr. Beebot. Next lesson, we're going to start something else, also lots of fun.